Hello everybody, welcome back. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about a canceled Build a Boat for Treasure SMP season. I've recorded two separate seasons of this series, but I was going to record a third one that just kind of never happened. And this is the season, in case you're wondering. So first of all, I should probably say why I never posted anything on it. Just because it ended up being a really short season. And I kept forgetting to record stuff, so in the end I had only recorded 2 videos by the time it had ended. So, you know. So, I'm just making this video because we're starting the next season, which is technically season 6, I think. But for me and my whole posting videos on it, it'll be my season 3. I've been in 5 seasons, I think. But, yeah, that will be my 3rd season of actually posting. So first of all, this was the area I started off with. I got some nice flowers over here. This guy, I'm pretty sure his name was Steven. I can't remember. This was my house. Has a bed. Has a table. And at one point, it had chairs on the roof. I can't remember why I got rid of that. Over here, we have Steven's house. I'm pretty sure it was Steven. I can't remember his name. And, yeah, so after a while, I came up with this, sort of floating island idea. And I like the idea that wherever the floating islands were, on the ground, there's just, a black void. I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. Like, no texturing or anything, just black void. I thought that was kind of cool. This is the courthouse that, it's the ugliest thing I've ever made in my life. And I've made some pretty ugly things. I've been playing Minecraft since I was, 5. Actually, probably, 3. So I've made some pretty ugly things in my life. This is the bank. I made this, and then it made the owner, error, come up with the actual function for banks. So, you know, I helped to make rules and stuff. That's cool. That lever makes this spin because I thought it would be cool. Should probably make it spin slower, but... And then this is just filled with chests and gold and stuff, because why not? So, I was going with, a peaceful approach this season. I literally had no weapons at all. Okay, that's a lie. Steven over here has 2 spikes on his, pokey stick. I can't remember what it's called. It's a pokey stick. Oh, people are joining a lot. Well, the next season's starting in, 4 hours, so. So these are some stores, $50 per house. Oh yeah, I should probably read this one. All profits go to rebuilding attack plots. So, my approach was, if somebody got caught up in war and, everything they owned got destroyed, I would sell them, or I would build them stuff for free. And, you know, I also sold stuff to actually make a profit. Not a store if error asks, this is a hotel. I can't remember why I did this. There was some reason I wanted to consider this not a store. It is. It sells planes and boats. There was some reason I didn't want this to be a store. I can't remember why. Oh, that's caps. So, oh my gosh. Lag spike. Probably from you. Oh yeah, this place is called Bacon Land. This was the boat I used. I put a copy underneath in case I ever accidentally launch this boat and forget to save beforehand. I also have a similar plane up there on like a little tower. It's also pretty ugly. Now, that's my flag, so you can probably tell. And then this is the meeting room. Wall of Peace. This is places I had peace treaties with. This was Landon's plot, my first ally. He's been in some of my videos, I'm pretty sure. This is Guest, they're purple, or he's gone by quite a few different names. He's been in quite a few of my videos. He had the Cheese Nation. And then this over here was Error. You can tell. Well, I used to have stuff on here on Landon's plot. I don't know where it went. Anyways, these were like hyper-realistic maps that took me way too long to build and updating these sucked. Also, I made the chairs the country's map or whatever. Thought that was kind of a cool idea. And as you can see, not a lot of people played on this season. There were more people that played, just not often enough, and they didn't have countries and stuff. Anyways, this up here were my floating islands. This was a cool bridge thing I made with, whatever these things are called. These were 2 empty islands. This is something I made at the end, so I didn't have time to finish them. Now, these 2 things, these are important. This is a statue that over time slowly came upwards. So, like, it started far off and you're like completely invisible. Then just the crown came up. As you can see, it started like crawling out. I'll get back to that later. This is one of my favorite parts. So I had a bunch of lore and stuff. I made a bunch of like cool elements. The living, green goo, the light, the mythical, which is important, the corrupt, which isn't in there, it's in there because it's highly dangerous, the poison, the I can't think of a name too, the I can't think of a name, the earth, the dead, and the soul. Anyways, I'm not going to go too in depth with these. These were very confusing. The 2 you need to know are the mythical and the corrupt. This door will open. So this is a sample taken from the crown over there. And the corrupt. If you remember in season 3, or as I called it on my YouTube channel, season 1, at the end there was like a zombie infection. That was caused because of the corrupt, or the corruption, or whatever. And so I thought, hey, I might bring that back into here. And the mythical, it's sort of the opposite of that. It's the good version-ish. Now, what you might have noticed is this handsome statue over here. It kind of resembles something. You know, with the one hand being more simple, and this hand here having actual fingers, and, you know, having a crown that's white with blue spikes. It looks like me. Now, you might be thinking, that's really obvious. But Error over here, it took a long time to figure that out. I pretty much had to I literally had to spell it out for Error to figure that out. I literally had to put arrows pointing to my head that was mine, or that was a statue of me. Yep. Some people aren't that smart, I guess. Anyways, so up here is the mythical. That normally this would be a lot higher up, but I put lower down. So how this was gonna work lore-wise, or as the season progressed, the more the statue came out, the closer this would get to the ground. And yeah, as you can see, it's just the same thing, but reversed. But it's all blue and glowy. And some things are removed just because I need to save blocks. But yeah, for all extensive purposes, it's all here. Like all the stuff from down there. I can open this door. I believe there's a portal somewhere. Oh, I crossed that out because that was the next plot I was going for. Oh yeah, you can see like what plots were like corrupted. This one I corrupted at like the very, very end of the season. I'll get more into that later when I talk more about the lore. right here. There's a portal for a black void. This is where I talked to Corrupt Error, which I'll get to later. Anyways, this was a prison I made for Corrupt Error right over here. If I can get into it. There we go. So this was a prison. I put rules. So this was like a customizable prison experience. Wow, you must have done something bad to get here. Was it worth it? And green means yes, red means no. I didn't finish it, as you can see. Any regrets at least, and then yeah, they won't forgive you anyways. And like these are like prison rooms that you'll spend all eternity in. Anyways, this was for Corrupt Error. And yeah. Let me just so corrupt okay. So let me get to the lore. So you notice how I'm blue? That's a song, I think. In the lore, I am the mythical, and Corrupt Error, who is like a counterpart of Error. I don't know Error's lore fully. Is pretty much the corrupt. And since you know how I said we're opposites, so pretty much the more corrupt that's in the world, the weaker the mythical is, and the stronger the mythical is, the weaker the corrupt is, if that makes sense. So I was pretty much trying to torture Corrupt Error, and yeah. Then that ended with me accidentally ending the entire season by destroying everything. Also, I forgot to mention, this is a portal to Season 3. It's not actually, but... And this is actually... I tried to mimic my statue from Season 3. In case you're wondering why there's a golden statue. In Season 3, it's the thing that the corrupt started in, so... You know, thought it'd be a cool callback to that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I pretty much accidentally released Corrupt Error. I honestly can't even remember how. It was months ago. And, yeah, I kind of accidentally ended the entire season. But don't you think for a second that's the last you're going to see of some of this stuff. I have plans for it. I have plans for this stuff. And I have plans for this stuff. And that's not just related to the Billabo for Treasure SMP. I have plans that goes across, like, pretty much my entire YouTube channel. If I ever start doing lore. If not, if I don't decide to do lore, then kind of just forget everything. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. I have to get ready for Season 6 preparedness. Or, as you guys are going to know, it's Season 3, I think. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, never mind. I have something else I want to show. So, when I was talking about corrupting other people, pretty much that whole peaceful thing I was talking about, yeah, I wasn't going to last for long. So as the statue gets more out of, like, the portal or whatever, I was going to become more and more aggressive. And, you know, more and more corrupting people, because the mythical is getting stronger, so, you know, stuff like that. So, there's a lot of spikes here. And if I go into this room over here, it leads to 3 different things. Pretty much the 3 people that played. Error's base. Hold on. I need to remember which one of these do what. Okay, so it's the blue I want to press. So if I press that, and that. Please don't say I pressed the wrong thing. I didn't, but it's completely broken. Why is everything broken? Wait, is it? I am so confused. Huh? Okay, well, I am very confused why these aren't moving. Anyways, you see all of these? These little blue spikes? well, they have spike blocks on them, and pretty much they would just drop onto an entire plate and pretty much destroy absolutely everything. So, you know, that's fun. My goal was pretty much to drop these spikes on every plot, destroying everything and corrupting everything. Wholesome, I know. So, yeah. Bye, I guess. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm not sure what it is. So, yeah, bye.